Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Washington Huskies. Taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? Williams will pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They finally make the stop, but the big run is ready to move those sticks for the 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? Fires to the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going over the top. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Makes the grab. It's Boston. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. They're bringing heat. Caught close to the marker. It's Jackson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Williams will pass. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. To the air on 1st down. Extending the play. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. Offense getting set for 1st down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. The ball is out behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Williams looking for a man. This time on target. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown. First down here for the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy.
And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close it. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. He'll throw it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the... A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's going to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He will not. The offense lining up for a first down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking left. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And a big return. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after... Seattle, Washington, home to renowned franchises, present and past, from the Seahawks to the Supersonics. But there is a cornerstone program in this city. It is the Huskies of UW. They've always had a place here, a place of excellence that these fans hope will continue today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, On first down, here comes this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll go with the running game on fourth down here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So USC's offense will take the field for the first time. This match. The offense set for a first down play. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. They go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They ran it on first down, now on second. Looking for a gap. It's Coleman. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Touch pass on the run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Handoff to the single running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Makes the grab. It's Hunter. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The inside handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense. Offense set on first down. Williams will pass. He's going to run it. At midfield, he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. First down here for the offense. With jet sweep pass. Using the spin move. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Trying to get to it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that pass intercepted. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Hunter. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams looking for a man. Lofts one high and deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Washington sends out the punt team. No return coming. He'll call. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, the ground game. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Here's the handoff. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. Got room, just steamrolling the defense. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. first down to start the drive after the break. Williams will pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting.
And he takes it in. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He wants a big play here late. Makes the catch at the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a touchdown, Huskies. And the Huskies just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Williams looking for a man. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
And the quarterback is knocked down back into 13. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Washington sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Nittany Lions offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And a big key is this game. A first down for the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the freshman does a great job using his technique in getting the man on the ground. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Huskies are on the move. They'll ride the hot hand.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the tailback. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for this offense. Trying to surge it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown! The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Williams will pass. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these 2 teams thus far there in Happy Valley. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The running back has it. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the...
Fires one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Signals for the fair catch, and on 1st down, here comes this offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll throw it on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Washington sends out the punt team. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. A fair catch. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the fourth. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Williams looking for a man. He's got his man. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports. The offense set for a first down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They'll run the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. First snap in the red zone on this drive. Williams will pass. Lets it go. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. From the gun, wants to pass. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Final play of the quarter coming. He'll come out throwing on first down. Ball in the air, intercepted! And with the interception, line gets set, first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Moving away from pressure. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And Reese, listen, we already know. He already threw the interception the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we've put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen. Something easy maybe to get him a little bit back in a rhythm.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. But starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8-flat.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Oh, the attempt is no good. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one men.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. They are penned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Line is set on 3rd down. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call quite fortuitous for this offense. So the offense steps to the line with a fresh set of downs after the roughing the passer penalty. That's reeled in. It's Hunter. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And it's caught inside the 15. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll pull it down and run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. 2nd and very short here for the offense. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boston. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Fires downfield. It's caught downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Trying to play action. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Buying some time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all.
Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Husky! First down here for the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Fair catch called for and taken. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Second down coming up. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out in the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the...
And they got him! A sack! No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They're going to open this drive with a pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. complete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. On the run, still looking. And he sprints to the end. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going to try to get it himself. At the 45 on his way. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Boston. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Running through contact. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking for space. It's Coleman. Turns it on in midfield. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams will pass. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Ducks! Not content to get... And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. Touchdown! Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He wants to throw. Still looking on the move. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Handoff from the gun. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Williams looking for a man. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They got him. It's a... Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Gets that thing away from the goal line. He's all the way out to the 7 with a pickup of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a good...
What a complete... That 55-yard field goal attempt went awry, and now to make matters worse, they'll give it up 1st and 10 at the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Williams will pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And the ball is picked off. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is that this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own. He lost one down the sideline. And the incomplete pass. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Hunter. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Makes the catch. It's Boston. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the 1st half today. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Touch pass on the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Williams looking for a man. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive. Lost one deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. And he'll step into the end zone. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they gambled in their own. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Williams will pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete way. A first down for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws for the tight end. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on 2nd and long from the 13. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete. The on 1st down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. Takes a shot as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He is stopped. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's going up top here late in the game. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll drag him down after. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some